Because Tobias Hawthorne had bet everything on the long shot that somehow I could bring his splintered family back together. Or at least that was what the conclusion of the old man's last game had led us to believe. "I'm sure," I told Jameson fiercely. "Toby's alive, and if your grandfather knew that, and I know that's a big if, but if he did know, then we have to assume that either he chose me because I knew Toby, or he somehow masterminded bringing us together in the first place." If there was one thing I'd learned about deceased billionaire Tobias Hawthorne, it was that he was capable of orchestrating nearly anything, manipulating nearly anyone. He'd loved puzzles and riddles and games. Just like Jameson. What if that day in the park wasn't the first time you met my uncle? Jameson took a step toward me, an unholy energy rolling off him. "Think about it, heiress. You said that the one time my grandfather met you, you were 6 years old, and he saw you in the diner where your mother was a waitress. He heard your full name. Avery Grambs, rearranged, became a very risky gamble. The kind of name a man like Tobias Hawthorne would remember." "That's right," I said. Jameson was close to me now. Too close. Every one of the Hawthorne boys was magnetic, larger than life. They had an effect on people, and Jameson was very good at using that to get what he wanted. He wants something from me now. Why was my grandfather, a Texas billionaire with a whole host of private chefs on call, eating at a hole-in-the-wall diner in a small Connecticut town that no one's ever heard of? My mind raced. "You think he was looking for something?" Jameson smiled deviously. "Or someone. What if the old man went there looking for Toby and found you?" There was something about the way he said the word you, like I was someone, like I mattered. But Jameson and I had been down that road before. "And everything else is a distraction?" I asked, looking away from him. "My name? The fact that Emily died on my birthday? The puzzle your grandfather left us? It was all just a lie?" Jameson didn't react to the sound of Emily's name. In the throes of a mystery, nothing could distract him, not even her. "A lie?" Jameson repeated. "Or misdirection?" He reached to brush a strand of hair out of my face, and every nerve in my body went on high alert. I jerked back. "Stop looking at me like that," I told him sternly. "Like what?" he countered. I folded my arms and stared him down. "You turn on the charm when you want something." "Heiress, you wound me." Jameson looked better smirking than anyone had a right to look. "All I want is for you to rifle through your memory banks a little. My grandfather was a person who thought in 4 dimensions. He might have had more than one reason for choosing you. Why kill 2 birds with 1 stone, he always said, when you could kill 12. There was something about his voice, about the way he was still looking at me, that would have made it easy to get caught up in it all. The possibilities, the mystery. Him. But I wasn't the kind of person who made the same mistake twice. "Maybe you've got it wrong." I turned away from him. "What if your grandfather didn't know that Toby was alive? What if Toby was the one who realized that the old man was watching me, considering leaving the entire fortune to me? Harry, as I'd known him, had been one hell of a chess player. Maybe that day in the park wasn't a coincidence. Maybe he'd sought me out." "We're missing something," Jameson said, coming up to stand close behind me. "Or maybe," he murmured, directly into the back of my head, "you're holding something back." He wasn't entirely wrong. I wasn't built to lay all my cards on the table, and Jameson Winchester Hawthorne didn't even pretend to be trustworthy. "I see how it is, heiress." I could practically hear his crooked little grin. "If that's how you want to play it, why don't we make this interesting?" I turned back to face him.